Oh, that's gonna be a nice way for the VOD to start.
Just me dying.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
God, I hope my computer doesn't force me to restart because it has an update. Let
Ooh.
me see if I can delay it until later. Um, Schedule the restart. Pick a time. Fucking. How about 6 a.m. tomorrow?
6 a.m. right now. I played Animal Well. Need to play more of Animal Well.
Damn. My PC says this PC doesn't currently meet the minimum system requirements to run Windows 11. Good thing I don't give a shit.
Damn.
I'm perfectly good with Windows 10, thank you. My PC says that too. Hell yeah. All right. Bam. I hadn't even pasted the link. I had it typed out in the general, but I hadn't hit enter. Oh well.
That's fine.
Will we get someone else tonight?
No.
For Al has been the only guest for both of our streams this week.
Probably because we didn't post a full.
It's probably
Dude,
why.
I mean, it might be part of the reason. Maybe not the entire reason.
Al beat Dragon Quest 3.
Jesus.
Fuck yeah.
What if instead of Ace Attorney, we played Dragon Quest? Come on, it's the Monsters Turnabout. I know you don't actually want to play through this case.
I really don't.
So. God, why am I not? It has to be.
I have not played Dual Destinies since I think my initial playthrough of the game, like when it first came out. And so I haven't played the Monsters Turnabout in a long time. So maybe it'll surprise me. I don't know. But when I first played it, I remember it being boring.
Are you having a boring time so far?
I mean, not much has happened so far, so kinda.
Damn.
But we haven't even gotten to the fucking courtroom yet, so.
Well, I died on the first world of Donkey Kong Land, so I'm done with that game.
Nice.
Yeah. I
All right.
was going to be excited for it, but I've decided against being excited for it now.
Change of plans.
Yeah.
All right.
It doesn't have a multiplayer mode for you to carry me through, so I don't care.
Boo.
Yeah. It's a Game Boy game.
Did we talk to... Yeah, we talked to this chucklefuck already. All right, let's move.
Talk to what chuckle fuck?
Damn it.
Thank you.
Where the fuck are we going?
I got every spell and ability
Talk to
for every
Jinxie.
class.
Okay.
Jesus. He really did beat Dragon Quest 3.
Hi, Athena. Where the fuck is Jinxie? Is she here?
Jinxie is on
Yes.
Yokai Lane.
Oh, look! There's Jinxie!
Oh, that's right. We have to do this, don't we?
Yeah. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ice cream, and... Sounds like she's out grocery shopping. She must really like dairy products. A charm to make a better milkshake and another to cure my lactose intolerance. Maybe she should just stick to soy milk. Nah, fuck that. Just get lactose-free milk. It's the way.
Just get lactose-filled milk. It's the way.
Jinxie! Hey, it's me! Eek! It's the demon lawyer! Ah! Not another warning charm. Sigh.
Apollo? Who is she? Is she like your girlfriend or whatever?
Oh, right. This is your first time meeting each other. This is Jinxie, Mayor Tenma's daughter. She was the first to discover the crime scene.
Oh, so she's the one who is your girlfriend. Hello. My name's Athena Yikes. I mean Sykes. I'll be helping Apollo defend your father at his trial. I'm just gonna pop open this soda because it took us a while to run over here, and I'm thirsty. Pleased to meet you.
What you drinking?
Pee-pee.
Dr. PP?
The doctor's pee-pee.
Dr. PP, MD.
Pleased to meet you, too.
Yellow demon.
Where's Trucy?
She went back to the office ahead of us.
Oh, I replaced her.
But don't worry, Athena and I are on the case.
Trucy's
Wait,
dead.
how do I know you didn't?
That you didn't gobble her up alive. Relax, I didn't eat her up, and I wouldn't do such a thing in the first place.
Oh, poor little Trucy. Sniffle.
I'm about ready for some tears of frustration myself.
She's quite, interesting character, huh, Apollo?
Alright, Jinxie, what's up?
Are all NPCs in these games this interesting?
Yes.
Huh.
Jinxie, do you remember any more of what happened?
Not much. At least not yet.
What do you mean, not yet?
But do you think Tenma Taro was the killer? But you do think Tenma Taro was the killer, right? That yokai we saw at the festival?
I don't know anything about that.
Huh? But you said Tenma Taro murdered the alderman. It's okay, Jinxie. You can tell me... Yikes!
Yeah?
I was gonna say, like, Athena, you rang?
Yes?
What was that for?
People see things differently when they don't get enough sleep. There's no such thing as monsters.
Huh? What's gotten into her? So, if there are no monsters, you admit I'm human?
No, you're still a demon.
Oh, I give up.
Seems like Jinxie doesn't want to talk about Tenma Taro for some reason. It's your line.
I know, I'm eating a cookie. Sorry.
Stop and share with the class.
But that's precisely what we need to know more about. Besides, she definitely thought there was a yokai here in the Fox Chamber. Jinxie, about this charm.
Ah, that's...
You gave me this when I was heading off to the scene of the crime. You thought Tenmataro was the murderer. That's why you gave this to me, right?
That's true, but...
If there's anything else you could tell us, it would really help. And it will help your father, too.
All right then.
Tenmataro did it?
Tenmataro did it?
Why do you think Tenmataro's the killer?
I saw him. I saw him with my own eyes. Tenmataro was right there in the manor. He escaped his prison.
I see it now.
It's always been inside of me. And then he ran right by me.
Endless possibilities. What?
Jinxie, tell us everything you saw.
I called the police after I stumbled on the scene. I was just about to head back to the festival grounds when... I saw Tenmataro. He was right around here. He was running right at me. I was paralyzed with fear. But there was no one around to help me. Shiver. The foul beast raced right by me toward the foyer.
Toward the foyer?
Mr. Filch and Mr. LB were supposedly in the foyer at the time.
Mr. LL Bean.
LL Bean. That means they would have seen Tenmataro too.
Sorry, I dropped my controller.
Damn it.
Sounds like we'd better get their statements. Considering Jinxie's mental state, her eyes could have been playing tricks on her.
Apollo? Remember the picture in this paper? Someone caught Tenmataro flying through the air. I wonder if it's the same Tenmataro Jinxie says she saw.
Don't be ridiculous.
Shiver. Tenmataro is the killer, and he can fly too.
Ah, so you admit he's the killer. There are monsters.
Jinxie works at the Alderman's Manor, so maybe she can shed some light on this. So, no one knows the amazing Ninetales' true identity?
Uh-huh. They say no one's ever seen him without his mask.
Doesn't that make you want to know even more?
Uh-huh. That's why matches where wrestlers try to expose their opponent are so popular.
Wait, you mean expose as in strip them naked?
Yes.
Eek! You even think like a demon. The only thing the winner removes is the loser's mask. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself.
Why are there luchadors in Japan?
I was gonna say, we got this must be Southern Japanifornia.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, they have wrestling and shit in Japan.
Yeah, just not luchador wrestling.
Style, yeah.
So you see, these unmasking matches are life and death battles for the wrestlers.
That means this mask didn't just happen to wash up along the riverbank. There's gotta be a story behind it.
Don't say story. A lot of heart will appear.
Oh god, I wish. No, if you say scoop, she'll appear.
Oh,
Damn. Thought it would work.
damn it.
No one can stop the amazing Ninetales.
A couple Yakuza games have masked wrestlers. Maybe it's more popular than I think.
Bet she'd be shocked to find out he's really the alderman. About the yokai you saw at the scene of the crime, anything else stand out? Alright, that's me.
Actually, I heard this strange jangly sound.
Sorry, I just got distracted by the fucking... the, demon parasol. It just keeps moving.
Yeah.
It just keeps moving.
Backruns do that in this game.
I know, but like...
Hi, Al.
It's like he's
Hi,
taunting
Jack.
me. Hi, Kari.
Jack says hello. A jangly sound? Can you be a little bit more specific?
Yeah, it goes like this. Jangly, jangly, jangly. It sounds just like that. My memory's kind
Oh.
of fuzzy, though. But I vaguely recall seeing Tenmataro holding a staff, or something like that. Maybe that's what was making the strange sound.
Does Tenmataro usually carry a staff?
Good question. I've never heard anything like that, and it's not shown on the scroll.
How about in other documents? Any of them show Tenmataro with a staff?
This is the only known document depicting Tenmataro. After all, those who needlessly depict the demon are forever cursed.
Then what's the deal with the Tenmataro you saw, Jinxie? Yokai Legend scroll updated in the court record. Jinxie's statement added to the court record. Why didn't you tell me you saw Tenmataro earlier?
She did.
Actually, Mr. told me not to tell.
LaBelle.
Mr. LeBlanc.
Apollo, why do you keep throwing up in your mouth?
Papa's aide.
Oh, right. Professor Crowler. The
Oh,
other guy who was
right.
supposedly in the foyer at the time of the crime.
And what
And what exactly did he tell you?
Keep the village superstitions in mind before you go talking about seeing Tenmataro at the time of the crime.
Village superstitions?
They say you must not gaze upon Tenmataro, but in the event that you do look, and then tell anyone what you saw, Tenmataro will claim your soul.
And that's something everyone here knows? Sounds like a bunch of baloney to me.
Uh-huh. Everyone from babies to the village elders know about it. But I didn't because I'm not from around here.
Hey, come to think of it. Huh? Well, oh, right. Flashback?
Flashback.
The guy at the special event thing said almost the exact same thing.
Apollo, do you really think this LaPuke guy actually believes in Tenmataro?
I seriously doubt it. He's not even from Ninetales Vale.
Then why would he try to keep Jinxie from talking?
Good question. I think we'd better go have a word with him. Time to unmask... Oh, wait, that's you.
Time to unmask this monster of a mystery. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
The last time I saw Lister Leple, he was relaxing in the foyer.
Boonine. Next stop, the mayor's foyer.
The
With any
manor
luck-
foyer.
The mayor's manor foyer. With any luck, he'll be there waiting for us. Baloney. There's no one here. Guess our luck isn't so good when it comes to Mr. I don't know.
Maybe he's out for a walk or something. Somebody left something on the sill of the caretaker's office window. Oh, it's a TV program guide. Those still exist in the year 2020. What is this, 2027?
Sure. That sounds right. Looks like someone circled a pro wrestling match.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Stealing stuff. Eek! It's a... Oh, it's a homeless guy. Wait, it's you, Mr. Flitch. What can we do? What can we do for you?
I bet she was really going to scream monster, which really isn't much of a stretch.
Ain't nothing I need you to do for me. But what business do you got with my TV listings?
Oh no, it just caught my eye. Can I ask if you watched this pro wrestling program today?
Yep, 'twas a match between a couple of ranked amateurs, though. It was a complete disaster. I reckon even I could have done it better than that.
I seriously doubt that. Almost forgot. There's something I wanted to ask him. Mr. Filch, did you see anything unusual around the time of the murder? For example, Tenmataro or something like that?
Huh? Tenmataro?
So you did see him?
My, how clean and shiny your forehead is again today, Mr. Lawyer, sir. Bet you shine it up every day real party-like. The ladies must love it.
Don't change the
No.
subject. And FYI, that was a seriously bad attempt at flattery. Jinxie said she saw Tenmataro flee toward the foyer. So you must have seen him too if you were here.
Yikes!
Wow, I really pushed a button there. Well, did you see anything or not? Oh god. What? God. I guess
Give
it has...
him the fucking Pegasus voice.
You want me to do it?
Oh, that is quite enough. I must ask that you not pester my friend anymore.
Yipes! Forgive me for being pestered, sir.
And you are?
I am Florent Lebel.
God, look at how fucking wide his shoulder pads are.
He's got the thickest fucking shoulder pads I've ever seen. Buena Divine and personal aid to Mayor the Damned Tenman.
The chuckle fuck. He looks like he's wearing football pads.
I think he's actually a football player. He's just
Bueno divine. More like yokai grotesque. This place is crawling with monsters.
Apollo, your blue text is coming out as white text.
Huh? What the heck was that for?
Oh, it was just a little cologne. You had a look of stinky sweat about you. It's from my own original brand of cosmetics called Barf Stench, but in French, so it's Je les lebelle.
I thought you were going to say Jesus LaBelle.
Jesus, LaBelle? No, that's what other people call it. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Oh, what a heavenly scent.
Ugh, I think you just paralyzed my olfactory receptors.
Oh, I suppose such a scent would be difficult for a peasant to appreciate. Oh, Apollo boy. I'll have you know, that is a brand number 5 bonjour. It's my way of introducing myself. Enjoy.
Where's my bottle of adieu so I can return the favor? Enough about the cologne. Please tell us what you saw around that time of the murder. I heard you're the one who told Jinxie not to mention what she saw Tenmataro. That she saw Tenmataro.
Pegasus but lame. Yee. Why that little... So, she told you she saw the demon, did she? Mr. LePuke, do you mind if I ask whether you believe in the village superstitions? Oh, please. I was merely trying to keep with traditions. Nevertheless, I will say this. I wouldn't stick my nose into this whole Tenmataro business if I were you. Bad things happen to those who do. That much is true. He is one scary monster.
That's crazy. You really expect me to believe that monsters are real?
Well, you're real, and you sure look like a monster.
Look who's talking! So, Mr. LaBelle, don't you see... Ah!
Little Jinxie has an active imagination. Isn't that right, Phineas?
That's right. I didn't see nothing, especially not Tenmataro.
As for me, I only see things of beauty. That's why I can barely see you.
I've got 2 words for this guy. Total freak. Could I ask you what you were doing at the time of the crime?
Pissing.
Into your mouth?
I was pissing into my own mouth. No, in other words, you'd like to hear my alibi.
No, that's where he gets his cologne from. His piss.
Oh. I'm pissing into your mouth. Tisk, to think you'd suspect me of all people.
Damn, I didn't even have a chance to read that. Oh no, it's just a formality. We ask everyone the same questions. Ah!
How dare you doubt me? That's an affront to beauty itself. You obviously can't see straight.
Oh yeah. How old is this Chucklefuck?
We did up through Bobby, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This Chucklefuck is...
I'm gonna say 37.
I'm gonna say 28.
Al says 31. 33.
Good job, Al.
Good job, Al. Like that spritz really helped.
What were we doing, you ask? Go ahead, Flitchy. Answer the question. Make sure not to say that we were having raw dog sex at that time while you were watching your...
At the time of the
filthy
crime, we
TV
were, in this here foyer.
Exactly. Good answer, Filchy. Good answer.
Good answer, Steve. Good answer.
Good answer, Steve. What-
Just repeating what you told. Youch!
You've said quite enough.
What is with these two? Great, now he's got me talking like that.
Are we quite through here? I'm a very busy man, you know.
Right. Well, thanks for your help. So these two were in the foyer, but didn't see Tenmataro.
Come along, Filchy.
Where are we going? Oh, right, gotta practice them statements for tomorrow. Yipes! My eyes!
You're going to dig your own grave with that big mouth of yours someday. Now get on your knees and use it like I teach you.
What does he mean, practice statements?
Now, if you would excuse me, it's time to touch up my makeup. Apollo, I know this sounds strange, but Mr. LaPuke seems unusually preoccupied with Tenmataro.
Really? How can you tell? Aside from everything he said.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain. You see, I can read people's emotions from the tone of their voice.
You mean you have good ears?
Something like that. People's emotions are expressed in the tone of their voice. And my ears can pick up on even the subtlest of tones for some reason.
That's an interesting skill. But what do you mean he's preoccupied with Tenmataro?
I'm not exactly sure, but it was like he was obsessed with the thought of Tenmataro. Like he wants to be inside Tenmataro. That's what I picked up from his voice anyway.
Everywhere we turn, it's Tenmataro this, Tenmataro that.
We should go talk to the mayor, too.
Sounds like a plan. We need to get to the bottom of that rumor about him wanting to release the Tenmataro.
In his world. Something's wrong, Apollo. Where'd your enthusiasm go?
What am I doing asking the mayor if he has ever thought about releasing Tenmataro? At best, he'll think I'm an idiot. At worst, shudder.
Apollo, did you just think you said shudder? Oh, he's here. Oh, it's so nice to finally meet you. I'm Mr. Justice's partner. Athena, Sykes. I'll get it right someday. I'm looking forward to working with you, Mr. Tenma Taro. Hmm? Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to working with you too.
Eek! Glad he didn't mind Athena calling him by a completely wrong name.
Apollo, he's just a kind and gentle looking as I imagined.
Lucky for you after that blunder you just made. There was something I wanted to talk to you about. There are rumors going around about how you want to or did set Tenmataro free.
What utter nonsense!
Yikes!
Yes? They always assume the worst of me because of the way I look. But those rumors don't have a shred of truth, I tell you. A little touchy about his appearance, isn't he?
What he really needs to work on are his people skills. So rumor has it that you want to push the merger through.
Rumor has it.
In order to release Tenmataro. Of course, that's a bunch of baloney, isn't it?
Grrr.
Ah,
I prefer.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. You made me think. I looked away
No.
for a second and I thought I missed a line.
I was gonna say. Go ahead.
Sorry if I offended you.
Sorry.
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 What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I much prefer salami.
Salami sandwich?
Salami sandwich over bologna sandwich. So that's the talk around town, is it?
I can see how that would make you angry.
What if Jinxie's schoolmates start teasing her about this?
Huh?
I must break out of here at once. Our tormentors must be taught a lesson.
No, wait! First we have to get you a non-guilty verdict.
Oh, sorry. They gave me a soda before I came in here. Don't try to stop me. This is about a father's duty to his darling daughter. Hold tight.
Hold tight.
Hold tight. Hold tight, sweetie Jinxie. Daddy's coming to save you.
Relax. We'll look out for your daughter until we can get you free.
Is that so? You don't need me to go straighten things out myself?
Oh boy. They'd probably call in the SWAT team if you showed up at her school. Oh, right. I ought to ask about the reason behind the merger. Why the merger? It seems like you were rather forceful in pushing for the municipal merger. Did you really want the Ninetales Veil that badly?
Yes. Well, it's quite an attractive prize in terms of tourism.
Wait, am I feeling what I think I'm feeling?
Sure, I played a bit of hardball, but only when I deemed it necessary.
I knew it. My bracelet's reacting.
What is it, Apollo? Why is your cock ring glowing?
Mayor Tenma may not be telling the whole truth.
Really? How can you tell?
People invariably tense up when they lie. That's where my bracelet here comes in. I can sense when the person I'm talking to is feeling tense. Because it begins to feel tight on my my arm.
No way! That's why you have a raging boner all the time. You can do that?
Wait, so you believe me? Just like that?
Sure. Each of us has our own special gifts.
Oh yeah, Athena has a gift too. Her special sense of hearing.
Still, what do you think the mayor is lying about?
I don't know, but it's our job to find out. It's been a while since my bracelet last reacted like this. Since the last game, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see if I still remember how to do this. First, I touch my bracelet, X. Right, now let's give it a whirl.
And I don't even think you used it in the last case because you were dead then.
Yes, I remember this feeling of intense concentration. The ability to see the smallest twitch, the slightest frown that no one else can see. Now, Mayor Tenma was lying somewhere in that statement he just made. And when he lied, a certain habit made itself clear just under my right eye. I just have to shift my viewpoint up and focus that on that area. All right, I've got him now. His nervous tail should appear when he's trying to pull the wool over my eyes. I've got to pore over every word he says and wait for it to appear. And when it does, I'll perceive it.
This is like the last thing we need to do before we get to go to the trial.
Good.
Yeah. After we're done talking to him, it like changes this dialogue option into something else, and then we just show him something during that. We're good.
Mr. Mayor, please, you can trust us with the truth.
The truth? I don't understand.
When you mentioned tourism, the bottom of your right eye started twitching.
What nonsense is this? So what if it did?
Please, tell us more about your merger bid.
What more is there to tell?
Why were you really seeking to merge with Ninetales Vale?
I already told you. Tourism. The monster craze really revitalized the village, making it quite the prize.
You really don't trust us, do you?
What are you talking about? The village has been hot property ever since the monster craze started, has it not?
I think you've yet to realize that what you're saying contradicts the facts. You say that the monster craze really revitalized Ninetales Vale, so you felt it would be an attractive prize for its tourism, but that would contradict this.
The amazing Ninetales gloss. glacé.
Yeah. The monster craze in Ninetales Vale is a very recent phenomenon. It was sparked when the amazing Ninetales rose up against the municipal merger. The village was practically a ghost town before then.
Ugh.
So you see, you couldn't have possibly seen it as an attractive prize for its tourism. What's the real reason behind your push to merge with Tenma Town with Ninetales Vale, huh?
Well, uh, um, uh, ah, ah, uh,
Ba-da-doo. Are you ready to tell me the truth now?
honestly, I never wanted to pursue the merger in the first place, but I had no choice if I wanted to protect my darling little Jinxie.
Protect her from what?
I received a threat. It said either I go through with the merger or my Jinxie dies.
What?
How awful! Who would do such a thing? I don't know. But whoever blackmailed me must be connected to the murder.
Elsa's surprised we haven't reached the courtroom yet. Yeah, remember when I said this case is boring and it takes too long? We are, what, 47 minutes into this stream. We started probably 5 minutes in, so it's been like 42-ish. And we had a 2.5-hour stream the other night. Like, that's over 3 hours. And, like, I know it takes longer because we're reading all of the lines, but, like, goddamn. Wait, so you think the blackmailer and the killer could be one and the same?
Alderman Kubi was immensely popular. So, you have to ask, who would want him dead? The blackmailer who wanted the merger at all costs had all the motive in the world. But why go from blackmail to murder? The merger protests won't disappear just because the alderman was killed.
Ah, could it be? What if there was another reason for the murder?
Like what?
Maybe the blackmailer discovered Alderman Kyubei's secret identity. And his secret identity was a threat to the blackmailer's merger scheme.
What do secret identities have to do with anything, Apollo?
Wrestling.
Oh.
I have evidence revealing the Alderman's secret identity. Maybe it's time to use it. So then we present
The mask.
The Mask, starring Jim Carrey.
Yee.
Mayor Tenma, please take a look at this VHS tape of The Mask, starring Jim Carrey, if you would.
That's a DVD copy of Sonic the Hedgehog starring Jim Carrey. Oh wait, underneath that is The Mask starring Jim Carrey. What is the meaning of this?
This mask was almost definitely at the crime scene. And there was some white hair inside.
White hair, you say?
There was but one person with white hair in the manor that day.
What? What are you saying?
You know which man I'm talking about, right? Oh, look at his hand. He's doing the too sweet me.
Too sweet him.
Too sweet.
Boom.
Pew. Everybody too sweet the Amazing Ninetales on screen right now. Just too sweet
do
your
it.
computer screen.
Too sweet his nipple. Or lack thereof.
Yeah, he doesn't have nipples. I'm talking about
don't
Rex
have
Cuby, the Amazing Ninetales himself.
No way! The alderman was impossible. Wait, come to think of it, Alderman Cuby was a former pro wrestler. So the blackmailer turned killer when he discovered the alderman's secret identity.
We're definitely not getting through the courtroom tonight.
Not at the rate you're going.
What the fuck do you mean?
If you just spam the A button, we'd get there.
Didn't I just say that?
What?
But
No.
yeah, the Amazing Ninetales was a threat to the blackmailer's scheme. He opposed the merger, and as a result, single-handedly sparked the monster craze.
Even so, what was the mask doing at the crime scene?
There had been an event at the manor, and maybe Alderman Cube had taken part in it, if you get my drift.
This is absurd.
Mr. Mayor, do you have proof of the threat that was made against you?
Yes, a blackmail letter. Unfortunately, it disappeared after the murder.
The murderer.
The murderer. I'd been carrying it around in my briefcase, but now it's suddenly vanished.
The blackmailer must have taken it with them after they killed the alderman. Well, at least we've clearly established the killer's motive. Mayor Tenma, visiting hours are over.
It would appear this meeting is adjourned. Apollo, do you really think that Tenma Taro, that Jinxie saw, is the killer?
I don't know. All I know is there's no such thing as monsters.
What about the newspaper article? Could the killer have purposely freed Tenma Taro to do their dirty work?
Oh, come on. There wasn't any Tenmataro to release in the first place.
Yes, but the only suspects the police have right now are the mayor and a yokai.
We'll probably be arguing whether there was a yokai involved in court tomorrow. Sigh. I can already see that look of disbelief on the judge's face.
Apollo, are you alright?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll think of something. I'd better, because I can't very well say a flying demon was the killer. At this
Yes,
point,
you can.
you can. At this point, the only thing I know for sure is tomorrow is going to be one doozy of a trial. To be continued.
We will soon be free.
You listening to the Generations version of City Escape?
Act 2.
Act 2, yep. I was gonna say that's the lyrics to the bridge that only exists in that version of the song.
Yeah.
Alright, break time. I have to pee.
He has to piss. Yeah.
I also don't know for sure how long we will stream tonight because I do have to get up early for an eye doctor's appointment tomorrow.
Because you have to piss in the morning tomorrow?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, we'll see. If we get to a decent stopping point, then I'll probably say, alright, I'm done for the night. Okay. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
But Jack, I'm playing Donkey Kong Land.
Oh, Donkey Kong Land. I thought you said that game was bad.
Yeah, but then I went back and I beat the first level 100% without dying.
Oh, so now it's a good game?
Yeah, because they invented this little thing called save states.
Ah.
Yeah, so I only really used it to get up into the trees because you have to do some tricky like roll jumps into them. But yes. So now I'm on level 2, and if I get hit once, I will pee my pants and break my Switch.
Failed system.
Failed. It truly is the world's failest system.
All right. Courtroom time.
The only thing that could outfail this system is a direct sequel.
You okay, Athena? You've been really antsy ever since we got here.
I'm just excited. This is my first real court case after all.
Yeah, a real ball of excitement she is. I know just what she needs. Athena!
Eek! Didn't you learn about indoor and outdoor voices?
I'm just trying to show you the best way to relieve your pre-trial jitters.
By scaring the daylights out of me?
God, what is it that Patrick said? Just do what I do when I'm... I forget what the context is, but he's like, scream! No, I find that shouting, I'm fine, in a loud voice really relieves stress. It's part of my Chords of Steel voice workout, and a must before every trial.
You want me to shout? Here? I was just gonna, like, listen to Rooftop Run Act 2 from Sonic Generations.
Good old classic SpongeBob. The SpongeBob! That's right. Here, I'll go first. Then you try. I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine.
Alright. I'm Athena Yikes. I mean Sykes. And I'm fine. I think that actually worked.
I thought it might help. Always works for me. An old friend of mine from junior high and I say it all the time.
Oh. An old friend from junior high? Are you trying to drop backstory in the middle of case 2?
Shh.
Apollo?
That's your line.
No, I know that's my line, but
I
I was
know.
just, I see a proven remedy to calm the soul. I like it. Hey, how about we finish off with a race around the courthouse?
Race to the Taco Bell.
I'll race you to the front of the line of the Taco Bell.
The point is to relieve stress, not get totally exhausted. Oh god, it's Phoenix Wright.
What's with all the racket, you two?
Ah,
It's
Mr.
me.
Wright.
Yeah, that's me, the main character. I'm here.
Just a little voice workout. Hey, what's with the suit?
Oh, this? Well, they couldn't afford 2 models of me in this game. wanted me wearing my regular clothes, my real clothes. So because of that, I was thinking about getting my attorney's badge back. That's all.
It's a shame we don't get Hobo Phoenix in this game.
I should be Hobo Phoenix right now.
That's all? That's huge news! But why now?
I have a feeling I'll be needed in the courtroom again sometime soon. Probably to defend a whale. But we can talk about that another time.
No fair! Inquiring minds want to know. But wow. Hey, there he is.
There I am in the right suit.
I'm so used to him in his usual laid-back hobo clothes. That suit makes him look like $1 million.
God, I need to find the blooper for when he's talking about wanting to become an attorney from the anime. By the way, have you heard about the prosecutor assigned to this case?
Yeah, he's serving time, but before that, he was a prosecutor. He also uses psychology? Fuck?
That's right. I've heard the rumors about how he was back before his conviction. Using the power of suggestion, he can make even the most stalwart defendants confess.
Psychology fuck in the courtroom. Been hearing a lot about that lately. So, he must be a pretty scary guy, considering he's a prison inmate and all.
So they say. They also say he'll cut you down if you talk too much.
Ack! I knew he was gonna be bad news.
It's probably just
Hyperbole.
hyperbolic time chamber.
Hyperbolic. Hypersonic lion tamer?
At least I hope for your sake.
Wait, so is it true or not?
Let's just say
Yeah.
you should be concise and choose your words carefully.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah. If you like to keep that head of yours attached to the rest of your body, that is.
Yikes! Better tone down my cords of steel, too.
So, are you ready?
What do you keep laughing at?
I'm listening to the bloopers.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the one I want. The one that played was the one where it's like Kid Edgeworth and his dad, and they cut to the dog, and then the dad says, "Kill him." And then it does the cut to the next scene, and then like, "That dog sure was tasty." So I'm sorry I couldn't keep it in.
Alright, alright. Did you read your line?
It might be a good idea to check the court record again before stepping into the ring.
Right, Mr. Wright. But I'm fine.
I'll be watching from the gallery. Good luck.
Thanks!
Okay, Let's do this.
The odds of pulling this off are ridiculously low, but that's nothing new. Believe in our client. Seek the truth. That's all we can do. Hang in there, Mayor Tenma. Here comes justice. Ooh, 9:30 start time.
Ooh. Court is now in session for the trial of Damien Tenma.
Apollo Justice, defense team leader is ready, Your Honor.
Who the fuck are you again? I mean, I'd know that big booming voice anywhere. As chipper as ever, eh, Mr. Justice? But who is the young lady next to you? I'm Athena Sykes. Yikes. Mr. Justice's junior partner and fresh out of law school. Well, now, full of beans too, eh? Excellent. Makes an old man feel young again.
Full of beans.
Now, beans, just like my beef stew. I love a little extra bean in my beef stew. Now, for the prosecution. It appears the prosecution is not ready yet.
Oh boy.
Never fear, for I shall explain. It's just a minor procedural complication, Your Honor. The prosecutor for this case is being escorted from prison as we speak. Prison? Oh, yes, of course. I almost forgot that he's currently serving time.
Yup, Prosecutor Blackwell's an inmate.
Whoa.
But even a convicted murderer still got a job to do and duties to perform.
Right there. Yo.
There he is.
No. Wow.
I'm sorry. Sleeping.
Hell
Have fun.
yeah. Who's that with his back to us over there?
That's him. I'm sure of it. Prosecutor Blackwell. Ahem. Is the prosecution ready?
Enough jabbering. Get on with it already.
Of course. Forgive me.
Oh, don't worry, Al. He's very edgy.
He's the edgiest.
He's the edgiest of all in the entire series.
He's the coolest.
I'm the coolest. Why are all the people related to this case so scary?
Oh, what did he say? Well, very well, Prosecutor Blackwell. Your opening statement, if you please.
Duh.
Slam.
Slam.
What's the matter?
Must we continue to fritter away time like this? It is all right there in the indictment. An opening statement would be pointless.
Pointless? Oh, well, well...
Looks like the cat, or in this case, the prosecutor, has the judge's tongue.
I found it.
You found it? You found it!
It's at a minute. It should have copied with the... Did it copy with the thing? Oh, yeah, it did. But we need an opening statement as an overview of the case at hand.
Well then, your baldness. If it's so very important, why don't you do the honors?
Who? Me?
There's a term for people who whine and fuss about how they need silly, useless things. And then decide they no longer want them once it's theirs. A selfish old fool.
Wait. Was that the prosecution's opening statement?
Old dotards such as you are a plague upon the young. I pity your poor grandchildren. Or is it great-grandchildren? You really said fuck old people?
All these years, I thought the opening statement was the prosecutor's job. Prosecutor's job. I had it right. But I suppose I could give it a try. Might be a nice change of pace.
What? He actually fell for that?
That must have been the power of suggestion Mr. Wright was talking about. Ahem. The opening statement, huh? Let's see here. The victim was one Rex Cuby, alderman of Ninetails Vale. Oh-ho. And the defendant, Damien Tenma, mayor of Tenma Town, is accused of his murder.
And why, pray tell, was the mayor arrested?
His prints were on the murder weapon. Plus, he had a motive, the elimination of the biggest roadblock to the municipal merger. The caretaker and secretary, the other potential suspects, both have alibis. And his daughter, who was the one in the vicinity at the time of the incident, has no motive.
So in a nutshell,
I'd have to say the charges against the defendant are
incontrovertible.
Incontrovertible.
Bravo, your baldness. Your years of experience shine bright like your head.
Ho ho ho! Flattery will get you everywhere. Well, not as far as a bowl of beef stew. He's playing Simon Says with the judge.
Heh, I get it.
Moving right along, let's hear from our first witness for today, Detective Fulbright.
Yay.
Witness, please state your name and occupation. I'm the detective assigned to this case, Bobby Fulbright. Oh, and I'll also be keeping tabs on Blackwell here.
Oh yeah, Blackwell. Ooh, how old is Phoenix Wright?
I don't remember. What is he like? He's in his 30s.
Yeah, he's like,
right?
I think he's like 32.
That sounds about right.
34.
Wow, he's practically just he's a bag of bones.
All right, how old is Blackwell?
Blackwell is
25.
Blackwell is 20. CX.
Alice is 27. 28. Damn.
Damn.
I thought he actually was 25. I was close, or well, I was the furthest. Al was
You were
the
actually.
closest.
You were very wrong.
I was very wrong. I was the most wrong out of all of us.
I was only wrong. Al wasn't correct, but he wasn't wrong. He was just, off.
Yeah.
I also heard you would provide protection if it ever came to that.
It would seem that I have been sorely underestimated. Wait, who's prosecuting who from what?
Who's protecting? Still, I truly believe.
Fulbright! Save your platitudes for funerals. Get on with your statement.
What did he even actually say? I truly believe anyone can turn their life around, even old Black. Okay. That's the spirit. Justice must be swift and true. I see it in your eyes. There is hope for your rehabilitation and return to society. I will never give up on you. Prosecutor Blackwell doesn't seem to be intimidated. Doesn't seem to intimidate Detective Fulbright.
Well, you know what they say. Ignorance is bliss.
You know what else they say? Ignorance is piss. So that's why Detective Fulbright was assigned to Blackwell. He's so full of piss and oblivious.
Oblivious, full of piss.
Oblivious.
They rhyme.
Now, let's have your first statement, Detective Fulbright, and I'll have my first bowl of beef stew. You got it. But first, I'd like to say to the defense that justice will ultimately prevail. Witness testimony.
I love how he's always stanced up, like feet spread apart, arms at his side.
He's mansplaining to me right now. Because he's manspreading all over me. Alderman Cuby was murdered with a spear that had been on the wall. The fingerprints of the defendant, Damien Tenman, were found on the murder weapon. At that time, Alderman Cuby was asleep from a drug he unwittingly ingested. Oh, sorry, I had one of those Dr. Peepees before I came in. It's hit me twice. Mayor Tenman attacked his helpless victim, impaling him like a human shish kebab. But the sudden pain jolted the victim awake, and he grabbed a statue and struck back.
Alderman QB had been slipped some kind of sleep-inducing drug?
That's right. The accused was scared because the alderman was a former pro wrestler. So he slipped him a drug to make sure he'd be out cold and defenseless. Here's the autopsy report to prove it. And the victim managed to attack his attacker despite being impaled by a spear? That sounds almost superhuman. Is it even possible? Well, he was a former pro wrestler after all. The spear was probably nothing more than a mosquito bite to him.
Objection! Not so fast. Don't try to brush it all off by saying the alderman had been a pro wrestler.
Objection.
Objection. Do you really expect us to believe he could fight back after being skewered by a spear? Never heard of the incredible feats of which man is capable of in a pinch, have you? Like the samurai of yore, wrestlers can battle through intense pain. It sharpens their senses. I used to talk about it with a former wrestler I met in the clink. I don't know. It still sounds a little far-fetched.
Like the Pokemon?
Does it now? Then perhaps we should test the theory on you with the edge of my blade. I didn't sign up for this. And your life is spared. For now. Please let those shackles be made of titanium. I don't want to die.
He's so edgy, he's a walking sword. Ha ha! My investigations are as thorough as they are foolproof, or my name isn't Fulbright. I vow to resign immediately if I ever make a false arrest. Fucking die. Fucking die right now.
The accused prints were on the weapon, and he's the one person without an alibi. Quite decisive evidence. Wouldn't you agree, your baldness?
The defendant is sounding guiltier by the minute.
He has the judge leaning towards a guilty verdict, and the trial's just barely begun. What's more, a curious rumor about the accused is making rounds. They say he seeks the merger for the purpose of freeing Tenma Taro from his imprisonment. Truth be told, I can think of no real reason to show interest in that backwards burg. Perhaps he's a complete nutter and really does seek to release an imaginary demon. Either way, he is raving mad and more than capable of murdering the alderman. That mayor's a strange one, all right. I heard he went to a blood drive, but instead of donating, he tried to make a withdrawal.
Order there. Gossiping in my court.
Sorry, I was eating a Funyun.
How dare.
I'm sorry. Your baldness. Please take a gander at those charms plastered across his cranium. I hear they're meant to keep him safe from possession by the demon Tenma Taro. Then again, Perhaps he's already under the demon spell. Behold! The lunatic appears poised to lunge at you at any moment.
Yeep! Hold it. The rumors and quirks of Mayor Tenma have no relevance to this case. Besides, those charms on his head, they're just a fashion statement, I think. Come to think of it, such things don't seem relevant to the case, do they? The prosecution will refrain from dragging our client's reputation through the mud.
Oh, what a dreadfully fearsome lass we have here. Whew, thanks for that lifeline, Athena.
Careful, Apollo. He has the judge dancing in the palm of his hand. The power of suggestion is one of the more powerful tools in Simon Blackwell's arsenal. He's trying to manipulate everyone's impressions to suit his objectives.
This guy really is bad news.
In any case, it seems the victim did manage to defend himself despite being impaled. What sort of weapon did he use against his attacker? None other than this statue right here. It appears the statue of two strange creatures locked in battle.
Two stone statues, a door to the past. Two yokai to be exact. On one side is the nine-tailed fox, and the other Tenmataro. Quite interesting if you think about it. It's as though this very case were rendered in art. Clack.
Mr. Justice, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Cross-examination.
Hey, that's me.
What about the burner? Wow, we finally got to a cross-examination an hour and 37 minutes into this stream.
Present the fox and demon statue on the fifth statement.
No prints.
Hey, Apollo, there's no prints on the statue.
Did the alderman really strike the mayor?
What? Are you questioning my sense of justice?
Your so-called justice needs to find itself a pair of legs to stand on. You claim the alderman struck back after the mayor put a spear through him. But the statue he supposedly used to defend himself creates a major hole in your theory.
It appears the defense has a counter-argument. Very well, let's hear what the defense thinks is odd about the detective's statue theory.
There's no fingerprint.
Hey, there's no fingerprint.
There's no fucking fingerprint. There are no fingerprints. Excuse me. There are no fingerprints on this supposedly crucial piece of evidence. And if you look at the crime scene photo, you'll notice that the alderman isn't wearing gloves.
Yes, I believe he's quite gloveless indeed.
If he touched the statue with his bare hands, he should have left some fingerprints. Detective Fulbright, you did take that into account during your investigation, didn't you?
This can't be happening. Did I arrest the wrong man? Well, the detective kind of fucking sucks. You did it, Apollo. You saved the day. Case closed.
You did it, Apollo. You did it, Apollo.
Apollo, I'm in the stands with Daddy. You fucking suck.
We got Taco Bell.
We got Taco Bell. You knocked Detective Fulbright off his high horse.
Well, it's just 1 point in our favor.
Who do you suppose clobbered the mayor if it wasn't the alderman?
Well, if it wasn't the alderman, that means someone else must have clubbed the mayor.
You know who wears gloves?
LePuke?
I forget. Bobby Fulbright wears gloves.
That's true, he does.
He's the murderer. You mean there was a third party there in the Fox chamber?
Exactly. And this could be the big break we've been looking for.
There seems to be a hole. Oh, that's the judge. There seems to be a hole. Seems to be a hole in the prosecution's argument. Prosecutor Blackwell, would you care to respond to the defendant's assertion?
The least you could do is look at me while being dismissive. Your mind is as dull as an unhoned blade, Justice Dono. Oh yeah, he's also a fucking weeb.
He's a mall weeb. Like he has a mall samurai sword.
Justice Dono? He's been watching too many samurai flicks. It will take far more than that to cut down Simon Blackquill. A whelp such as you has no hope against my superior swordsmanship. This is a trial, not a sword fight, Prosecutor Blackquill. Humph. There is a perfectly good explanation for the lack of prints on the statue. You might recall that blood-stained cloth found at the scene of the crime. Well, it just so happens that the blood was the mayor's. So, what are you getting at? Hone your mind, boy. Why was there blood on that cloth? Save that riddle and you shall see that the hole that you thought you found is but an illusion. Now let's see. How was that cloth used? Was it used by QB as a head covering, to wipe up blood, or to wipe the statue? It's to wipe the statue. Or is it to wipe up blood?
Oh.
Which one
You
was it?
already picked it. To wrap the statue.
Oh, okay. Then I got the right one.
Yeah.
In short, he wasn't touching the statue directly when he used it to strike back at the mayor. Ah! Precisely. Bully for you, boy. Aw, it was nothing.
Dumbass. Apollo, don't let him start manipulating you, too. You just closed the hole for the prosecution.
I did? Ah, I did! Right. That a statue wrapped in cloth would leave no fingerprints as plain as day. But this also proves that there are no holes in our theory of the alderman striking back.
Oops.
Now do you see how dull your mind is? I'll make sure to sharpen it next time. A particularly frightening inmate once told me that. He always tenderly honed his blades before he went to work, like a samurai of yore.
Samurai? Sounds more like a homicidal maniac to me.
Actually, he was working in the prison kitchen at the time. Oops. Wait, so the inmate was a murdering samurai prison chef?
That makes me hungry. It would also seem that the victim and his killer were the only ones there after all.
I was kind of attached to that hole. Now what?
Finger it. Apollo, I just thought of something. Down. Go down. Get down from the desk. Come on, buddy. If they didn't find anyone's fingerprints on the statue, who's to say someone other than Alderman didn't hit the mayor? Get down!
Why didn't I think of that? Anybody could have not left prints on it. Then who, pray tell, struck the mayor with the statue? Please, illuminate us with your wisdom, young lady.
There's only one answer. The real killer.
Prove the existence of this real killer, then. What evidence do you have?
I have a middle finger. Oh, I'll give you evidence, all right. It's this middle finger.
Athena, are you sure about this?
To borrow your words, Apollo, I'm fine. Take a look at this. Black feathers and tracks, allegedly from a yokai, were found at the scene. I believe they're from the third party who struck the mayor with the statue. Is the defense actually suggesting some sort of monster killed the alderman? That's exactly what I'm suggesting. Objection.
No, Athena! You just lost what little credibility we had left!
Ah. Sorry. I guess I got carried away. Mr. Justice, we've no time to deal with objections between members of the defense.
Sorry, Your Honor. It's just, this kid's still, well, a kid.
Ouch. You meanie. I'm reporting this to Mr. Wright.
You don't need to report it to him. He's right over there.
I don't really give a shit. Did he? Yeah, whatever, kid. Have another soft taco.
Yay! Soft taco!
So, is this court to believe the feathers and tracks are from a yokai, as you put it?
No, Your Honor. I believe they are a fabrication. The real killer wants us to believe some sort of monster murdered the alderman.
Interesting. And why do you suppose the killer would do that?
Why indeed?
Jesus Christ, Apollo. Mr. Justice, you seem as new as to this as your partner is.
Ouch. This I'm not reporting to Mr. Wright.
Ha!
Hoy, Fulbright.
What a fucking loser!
Hoy, Fulbright. Explain to his baldness what these brats are missing.
I love that he calls him Wright.
You know, the who and why behind those feathers and tracks. What? You mean you can't explain all that?
Ha ha ha! Our investigation prowess is without equal.
I'm starting to think I chose the wrong profession. Should have worked.
That you did.
Should have worked at the Taco Bell.
That too. I was gonna call him a toilet bowl cleaner because it's supposed to be cleaning toilets right now.
True.
Very well. Let's hear about these so-called yokai feathers and tracks. Witness testimony.
Feathers and tracks.
This entire case centers on one man's attempt to crush opposition to the municipal merger.
Out of curiosity, how many how many testimonies are there in this part of the case?
So after this we have 1, 2, 3, and that one has a mood matrix. And that's it.
So 3 more?
3 more, but one of them has a mood matrix.
Okay.
Mayor Tenma picked when the amazing Ninetales helped embolden the protesters. Oh,
Panicked.
Mayor Tenma panicked when the amazing Ninetales help embolden the protesters, so he stoked the villagers' fears by fabricating a monster. The strange feathers and tracks he planted made it look like a yokai was the killer.
Those feathers and tracks stoked the villagers' fears?
Absolutely. He knew exactly how to prey on their superstitious minds.
Those feathers only gave weight to the idea that the alderman was slain by a demon. The accursed demon Tenmataro, that is.
Tenma who?
God, I wonder how many times they say the name Tenmataro in this case.
2 billion.
Tenmataro, the legendary demon locked away in the village's forbidden chamber. From a young age, the villagers are taught to fear the great black-feathered demon. And thus they were blinded to... And thus were they... And thus were they blinded to other... Okay, that's a weird way to say that sentence. And thus were they blinded to other more plausible explanations. Hold it! Hold on for a second. Before we start letting our imaginations run wild, isn't there someone else that could be considered a suspect?
Mr. Justice, please explain yourself.
On the day of the incident, there was a special kind of event held at QB Manor. And as part of this event, there was someone dressed in the likeness of Tenmataro. Obviously, this person is a much more likely suspect than any legendary demon.
Objection!
His voice in the game doesn't sound as gravelly as I thought it would be. You know what? I mean, I'll stick with it for the rest of this stream, but I may change his voice next stream just because it hurts my throat, and I don't want to keep doing it.
Ooh, Kaiba boy.
Dullard, you are playing right into the killer's mind games. What? Listen here. The feathers and tracks were merely red herrings. The villagers believe the murder to be the work of the real Tenmataro. However, the police believe that the person in the Tenmataro suit is the killer. Ah! The defendant sought to sow this confusion in order to deflect blame away from himself. However, he was knocked unconscious by the alderman. And thus our mentally deficient mayor was caught red-handed at the scene of the crime.
Objection!
Do you honestly believe Mayor Tenma would do something so stupid?
Objection!
Objection! That's how he sounds.
Objection.
Objection! The evidence speaks for itself. Fulbright!
Right. It was the mayor's last-ditch effort to stop the opposition before things got crazy. The amazing Ninetales was fueling both the yokai craze and the anti-merger movement. Too sweet.
Too sweet me.
Plus, he's one of the better-known masked wrestlers and a hometown favorite. That's why the mayor panicked and set out on a path of injustice. But, do the people of Ninetales Vale really believe a yokai is behind the crime? Yokai sightings are an everyday event there, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I must say, a crime that preys upon innocent, impressionable minds.
Just so. A particular silver-tongued inmate once had the following words for me. The innocent of heart are the easiest prey.
You don't say. Was this inmate a con artist?
No. He was framed for the murder of his beloved. I actually felt sorry for the poor chap. Wait, so he wasn't the predator, but rather the prey?
Yes, well... Now then, the defense may proceed with their cross-examination.
Cross-examination. Okay, I'm ending it tonight. Right here.
Okay. That's fair.
Yep.
You do have to get up early.
Yeah. I have an eye doctor's appointment before work tomorrow, and then I have to go into work, and then I get out of work early because I'm going to a show in Columbus. So I have a busy
Gross.
day tomorrow. I have a busy day. What does it say?
It's a busy...
Why does it say it's 3 in the morning? It's weird.
It doesn't. It says it's...
Oh,
3
000
minutes past.
304. Okay, yep. I was reading that incorrectly.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
Yee?
Yee? Okay. All
That's
right.
right.
Thanks for joining, Al. We'll be back next week.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see. We might have one stream next week, but with it being Thanksgiving, we're probably going to be busy.
Yeah, we'll see. There will most probably definitely be a Saturday stream. And I say that because I'm not fucking working. What the fuck?
Probably
Sorry,
a
Jeff.
Tuesday stream, though, like at the very least.
Yeah, we can do like a Tuesday and Saturday. We
Yeah.
do have some stuff we have to do in the background, so
Yeah.
that might have to happen on Wednesday if Cloud's cool with it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's probably how it'll work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'll see you all Saturday.
See y'all Saturday for Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake for the Nintendo Switch family of entertainment systems, starring Landon of the Gaming Stooges.
Hey, that's me.
That's him.
That's me. I have the little tag that says, "Hi, my name is Landon."
Yeah.
Little sticky note. I still have that.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.